Hi there, just a quick video today about resizing your image and getting this image ready for a gallery wrap on canvas. And for our example today, we're going to be preparing this for an 8x10 canvas wrap on a 2-inch frame. This means that we basically have to size this image 4 inches larger in width and height than an 8x10 would be to allow for that extra image area to wrap around the frame. So instead of an 8x10, we're going to end up sizing this at 12x14. Now if we go to just resize this image, and we go up here to image and say image size, the problem is that this image is really a 2:3 aspect ratio, and an 8x10 is actually a 4:5 aspect ratio. So if you leave the proportions locked like it is now and try to resize this to 12x14, you'll notice that it brought the height down to 8 inches. Well, we need a 14-inch height. So we really are left with no choice but to crop this image. So we're going to lose data in the outer edges, but that's okay as long as you leave plenty of room around your subject when you take the picture. And this is all where the planning for your gallery wrap comes in, because you need to kind of have in mind what type of gallery wrap you're going to have, how wide the frame is, and all that when you set up and compose your image. Also want to point out that it's at 300 pixels per inch, which is a good size for print. If it's a real large one, 16x20 or something like that, you might get away with 240 pixels per inch, but if you get much lower than that, the quality is going to start to degrade quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what we need to do is to crop this. So if you go ahead and select the crop tool, then you want to make sure that up here on the properties menu, width times height times resolution is selected. Then if you go ahead and plug in 12 inches wide by 14 inches tall, then you're going to see that the crop that you're going to end up with, and we're going to go ahead and leave the resolution at 300 pixels per inch. Now you can see the part of the image that we're going to lose to keep the aspect ratio correct. So, but at this point what you can do is just go ahead and left click on the image and move it around to where you need it to be in the frame in order to have your subject in the area you want it and not have your subject go over the edge on the gallery wrap. So for this one I'm just going to go ahead and place the fire right in the center, and then I'll go ahead and commit to this crop. And now if we go back to the image size dialog, you will see that we have a 12x14 image at 300 pixels per inch, which is just what you want. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and say OK to that. And next we're going to put some guidelines on here to show you exactly where the gallery wrap is going to come to. So if you don't have rulers along the edge of your window like this, just go up to View and make sure that there's a check mark next to rulers. That'll go ahead and turn those rulers on. And if they're not displaying in inches, just go ahead and right click on there and make sure inches is checked, and then they'll be displaying in inches. So what we're going to do is go ahead and pull guidelines down on here for the 2-inch gallery wrap. So if I just left click on the top ruler here and hold it down and drag, I'm going to come down here to 12 inches, which would be 2 inches up. So that's where the bottom edge of the gallery wrap is going to come to. And then I'll left click on the top and come down to 2 inches. Now we have our top and bottom of the gallery wrap. And likewise, if you go to the left ruler, click and drag, you can come over here to 10 inches, and then do it one more time and come to 2 inches. Now you can see exactly what's going to be showing on the front of your canvas. And all of this extra is what's wrapped over the edge of the frame. Now you can send this to your fulfillment service just like it is. You can go ahead and save this and they'll know exactly what to do with this. But having said that, many fulfillment services have their own interactive software on their site where you can just upload an image and then place it inside of a container, and it shows you where the gallery wraps are and all of that. So, but we're going through this so that you can see how this works and what they do with a gallery wrap in order to make this work. And you can see why if you made your subject too big or didn't allow room for your gallery wrap around it, where this would cause you problems. So I hope this has been helpful, and we'll see you next time.